Yes, sir. Yaha. What up? What up? What up? Welcome to Rad Bad Stay at Home Dad Podcast. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Man, we had to take a little hiatus. You know, the holidays are amongst us. And a lot of family oriented stuff or orientated. Orient? No, or
Ooh.
orientated. Right. I don't want to go too far
Ooh.
into saying it, right?
Ooh.
A lot of festival things or festive occasions has occurred and still more to come. But we're back with a great installment right before the end of the year. Thank you for stopping in. What up, though? I am your host, Jason, along with my big dog co-host, Chris.
That's right. And as always, this isn't the view, damn it. It's the dad's point of view. Jason has 3 kids. I have 2. Together that is 5. And while the moms are away, we keep them alive. And we're here to talk about all that. As Jason said, it's been a while since we've been here. 3 weeks ago was Thanksgiving. We weren't going to do a show then. 2 weeks ago, my brother's rehearsal dinner. He got married. Congratulations to him. We didn't
Congratulations.
show. We didn't do a show last week because Jason was still not ready to talk to me after the beatdown that Michigan did to Ohio State. He needed some time, and we were going to respect that. So here we are live.
That's all I got.
And if we're not live, Jason, how else can people watch us?
If you're not catching us live here on Facebook and or YouTube, you can definitely go over to all streaming platforms. That is Apple, iTunes, podcasting. That is Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Wherever you do podcasting is exactly where you can find us. Just simply type in Rad Bad Stay at Home Dad Podcast, and you'll be able to find the latest episodes. So it's been a crazy few weeks to a month. And first and foremost, I'm no sore loser, but congratulations to you and your amazing that thing. I see that you finally got the you about to frame that guy up here and put him on the wall here pretty soon.
Yeah,
Right
I
behind
know.
there, there he is. Right
It was
behind
it
you.
was it was that yeah, Jimmy's right there. He's there. He
Yes, sir.
actually it was perfect timing. We just got new siding this week from hail damage a couple years ago, and so I didn't. We had to take all the pictures off the wall. So we got to find a good spot for Jim down here. He earned it. He
He
deserves it.
earned it. He earned
Yeah,
it. And y'all took the division, man. So that's a blessing.
we took the division. We're in the ship, or we won the ship, and now we're in the final four. So New Year's at 6:30 on New Year's Eve, we'll be watching. So
That will be your representation. So it's been Ohio State for at least the last for not this um most relevant 5 to 7 years of Ohio State going to representing but the Big Ten in the Final Four for football. Now you guys get to represent. Hopefully y'all do something better. I will never root for you. I'm not even the type to go, yeah, it's Big Ten football. No, it's Michigan still playing. So no, I will not root for them. I want
well,
them to lose.
you guys got some good news. Urban Meyer is out of the NFL. Maybe he can be the water boy at Ohio State next year.
Urban, man, he needs to just retire. No one likes him right now. He's horrible right now.
Horrible
Right.
human being. Oh, so yeah, it's been crazy. There's so much been going on for me. I I've been wedding and, and
That part.
Thanksgiving and then the holiday season, and last weekend was literally our first weekend where we had nothing scheduled,
Yes,
and
sir.
we embraced that. So we said, all right, we'll go see Ghostbusters as a family.
Yes,
And
sir.
then Friday night, we got a text message from somebody, and Sawyer was invited to a birthday party. So it's like the
Hey.
next day, so we threw a little loop in our do nothing weekend. But we've been crazy busy, man. How are you guys been?
We've been amazing. Slow motion. We've been enjoying the snow. So that 15 inches of snow that dropped on us, we just went outside and enjoyed every ounce of it. For Thanksgiving, we had family over, so it's been chaotic since then, and just trying to get the house back together. The girls are in school, playing their activities or doing their activities, and slow motion, man. We're enjoying the festivities this year to have all 3 of them really like paying attention to Elf on the Shelf has been a joyous adventure and finding new spaces to put this elf, and making sure that Quinn and Margot don't touch the elf, because already know if you touch it, magic goes away and Christmas is ruined and all those little incidents. So we try to keep that prevalent amongst the girls, but
There,
it's been great.
there's a joke in there about if you touch it, it goes away. But I'm gonna leave that alone. What did you guys name your elf?
Our elf is called Marshall Lee.
Marshall Lee?
Marshall Lee, yeah, and it's a guy.
So, is it Marshall Lee or Marshall Lee one word?
Marshall Lee, one word.
Okay,
Yep,
gotcha.
yeah. I don't know where it came from, who created it, or why it happened. I think a friend named it, and it just stuck that way.
Cool.
Yeah, you got
Ours, Buddy. Buddy the
Buddy,
elf. Buddy the elf.
Buddy the elf.
Have you ever seen the movie Elf? Buddy Elf? Like,
Yes, and I was about to say it had to be where that's from. It had to be.
yeah.
Oh man,
I
so
just
it's been a festive week and stories galore. We're not gonna over bombard you with a ton of stories, but
no.
we do have a few, and I do have one question that just tends to go a little bit what was the word I want to look for, deep, and it's just the ideology of all the things that have been happening and what school looks like for you in the future. And I also have my answer as well. So let's hop into it, brother.
Yeah. Well, I'll answer right now. School for me in the future, I'm done. I got my
You know,
I got my bachelor's. I'm done.
he said, I'm not going back. No,
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 I'm
not for
good.
me. No, you know what? All right. So the question is, and it's been uh, popping up everywhere, and I think it's more high school before, what I'm saying, than it is middle school, elementary. But as you know, or I don't know if you know that, but in Michigan there was another school shooting, right? Have you heard
I
about that?
I did. Yeah. I
Yeah, that's 100% sad and tough. And there's becoming more of a crackdown because what's happening is there's a trend, and I use those quotes because it's happening over TikTok and other social platforms where kids are calling in false um, accusations of someone bringing a gun to school, or someone's going to shoot the school or blow up the school, and causing nationwide lockdowns of these schools, and students are not going to school nor having open school. So my question to you is, knowing where everything is moving and how things are being affected, are you thinking about doing homeschool at all?
no.
Okay.
It's um it's not ignorance, it's not whatever, but it's like the terrorists aren't going to win type deal for me.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah,
I obviously take safety protocols when need be, but at the same point, my kids, we're gonna go to school and we're gonna, we're gonna live our lives. Like,
that part.
how about
I
you?
agree. I agree. I 100% agree. Let's not live in fear. Um, Anything and everything can happen anywhere and over there. Like it doesn't matter where. Like if we go to the movies together, you know what I'm saying? There could be a situation.
Mhm.
It can spawn anywhere. We just need to know the right precautions and safety precautions to take when out and about. As a family, we don't panic and run away from one another. Like you know what I'm saying? We just got to install those little things. Make sure you're listening when you're in school. But I don't think I want my girls to live in that fearful world, but I do want them to be knowledgeable of what
Mhm.
could and has happened in our nation. You know what I mean?
It's no, it's scary, and there's no right answer about
Right.
how to deal with it. From any side of it, I know it's scary. I mean, the first day of dropping kids off at kindergarten was hard, and uh, every day I drop them off from school, and they will, so I'm not even parked in Sawyer's.
Out the
Nux,
door.
Nux. It's like, give him Nux because he won't hug me or whatever. So cool. I give him Nux. He's out, and then Lily walks and holds my hand, and I always get a hug and a kiss from her. And I always, when the school doors open, I'm one of like four parents that actually walk and wait till the doors open, and I hang with my
Sure.
kids. When the doors open, I say goodbye to them, and then when they walk away, I look at them, and then when they look back, I kind of turn around so I'm not like they don't think I'm like worried about them. And then I always catch one last look of them, walking in the school. I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys in 6.5 hours. Because I
That
mean,
part.
it is. I mean, nothing's guaranteed in this world.
Man, that's a sad one though to just think about,
Mm.
all the incidents that led up to that particular situation. And you just want to make sure your children are safe even when you're not with them 100%. And that's the trust that we put into these schools and the teachers and the people that are amongst them. And hopefully they can do their best and, keep our children safe that whole time there, man. But on a
For real.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
So on a better note, right, a higher note, it's the holiday season. Santa is amongst us. Christmas is amongst us. How does the Heskett household hold down Christmas? What is it? What's the conversation amongst Santa Claus, gift wrapping, toys that they want, things like that? What's happening at the Heskett home?
It's a great question, Jason. I'm glad you asked because if you didn't ask, I was going to ask you the same damn thing. Uh, so you're asking. I mean, we had a conversation a couple of years ago of just because the kids want something, we
Sure.
can nothing elaborate. If they want something specific and they get it this year, or whatever, next year, what are they going to do? They think they're going to ask for something, they automatically get it, and and then you deal with things of like people saying like, well, you shouldn't have like Santa spoil them because some kids don't get spoiled by Santa and some kids, you know, do, and like it's so
Right.
everything's different. So we split up gifts from us and gifts from Santa. They get a couple things from Santa and they get a couple things from us. And then we also, even though we pay for them, even like tonight, the girls had Jack took little dance, so I took Sawyer Christmas shopping, and he got to pick out something he wanted for Jackie, and he knew what store he wanted to go to, and he had an idea, and he took his time, and so even though Jackie and I pay for it, technically Jackie pays for it, but even even though even though we pay for it, we installed them when they were young, very young. That we give gifts to each other on Christmas. You guys see something you think your sister wants, your brother wants, you get it. So they give each other a gift as well.
Uh,
And
so
so
is that gift is naturally spawned from what they think that person might like and want.
yes, and there have been some funny gifts over the years.
I love it. I love it. Instead
Oh,
of like
I
asking what you want and then getting that exact thing.
My son knows how to access social media, so I will be care. I will not say some of these gifts.
Ah, you say
I don't
I
know.
can't put them on blast.
They got me one. Maybe I'll wear their shirt next week. They got me a shirt last year. It was for Christmas for my birthday, and it's like a dog eating taco. And they thought of me, and I'm like, what the fuck?
The what? Like
And
what?
then he got me a coffee mug. It says all good things in life are free. And I remember I opened it and I looked at Jackie and she goes, Sawyer picked it out.
There you go. Right.
Oh, the best one, Jay, the best one. We're going way off topic, but the best one was 2 years ago for Christmas. Lily had someone got her a unicorn onesie for her birthday. And so her Christmas gift to Jackie was a unicorn onesie so they can match.
Make it mad.
So
Yeah. That's
Jackie's
what's
got
up.
this she's got this onesie with the horn on it and the tail, and she's like she has to go to the bathroom and she has to take the whole damn
The
thing.
whole oh no,
Oh
sir.
yeah, and I'm like what? Lily wanted to, and it's funny because Lily's like, Mom, we should match tonight, and Jackie, just
The despair on her face is like, no.
which is just another reason why we have two kids and not three. But
There you go. There
how
you
about
go.
how about you guys? Are gifts from you from Santa? Is Santa hyped up from you guys? Do you are you very religious with the holiday, or is it just a celebration of family time?
It is all of it. Now, what I mean by that is one, they know that they've asked for particular gifts themselves, and there's ones that we do put on there and say this is for mom and dad. And then I think we as a couple we decide, well, do we want the really big ones to be from Santa, or do we want like a couple here or there to be from Santa? So each year comes down to difference because we try to get them as much as we want, uh, without overdoing it and not thinking that they're getting enough. Like they get plenty of stuff. So we try to make sure that it's sparsed well because we also still like my sister is very into it, not into Christmas, but into gift giving, and she wants to make sure that they know it came from her. So we have little things, just picking and choosing of which one. But we do keep one thing that we do keep a tradition of is doing stockings, and everything that's in the stocking come from Santa.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, right. But whatever can't fit in that, and whatever little thing or bigger thing or important thing that they're looking for, we decide who Santa, or who gave that gift, either us or Santa. We do hold religious value to it. We do speak on giving prayers to people that can't get anything, that isn't getting much as what they're getting, but then also knowing and signifying that this is the day Jesus was born and what that represents and who Jesus is. We do walk down that with the children so they know exactly the understanding of why it's important to give a gift. And it's not just because you're getting stuff, it's because of how important you are to that person, or that person is to you in your life, right? So we just try to make sure there's a significance there. But I love the fact that the girls are into it. They, the little book came, so they don't get a Toys R Us book. They get an Amazon book at this point. And that Amazon book has just about every single toy circle. And each toy has a Q, a H, or an M next to it. And it's every single toy. So I'm looking at them like, you really think you're gonna get every single toy today? No, that's not gonna happen, sir. Like, or ma'am. No. Shout out to Greg for being in the building right now. What up, Pops? Was good with you? He said, giving love. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Greg. What do you do for Christmas with your kids? What's this? If you're listening to this conversation, what's your traditions?
Yeah, yeah. Drop us something in there if you're giving out toys, or how do you represent, or what do you do in Christmas time for your family?
See, I'm kind of an oxymoron when it comes to Christmas because I'm big on Christmas and I love Christmas, but I'm not spiritual. So like,
Ah,
and I've had this conversation like when my kids ask me questions about it, I'm blatantly honest and I'll say they ask why is Christmas blah blah. I said Christmas is it originated from uh it's when people celebrate the birth of Jesus because I mean technically his birthday wasn't Christmas. It's just when they moved it, and so they
that part. Yep,
celebrate
yep.
it, and then I just go into the full story, and I see and some people think this, some people celebrate that, and I said for me, it's just a family thing, and my grandma was big on it, and so and you guys kind of choose, I'll educate you guys and whatever you want, and you guys choose what you think is right, and that's
Yeah.
cool. Like I actually had this funny conversation with Lil the other day. I don't know where we were, but her and I were just talking, and she said, somehow she got in the conversation of church, and when Jackie and I took our vacation in August, and she stayed with my parents with Sawyer, and she said that Dad, I don't know where she was. Dad, when I went to church with Grammy, I didn't have any breakfast. So I'm sorry. And she goes, yeah, and we were at church for like 17 hours.
Which was
And
only probably like an hour.
well, Gail was there. My mom was there. So it's probably
Ah,
about 2 hours, two and
everybody,
a
I
half.
was
Because
gonna say, yeah, okay, yep, yep,
Gail pre games and post games church, but it's a good.
yep, yep.
My mom is a very devoted Catholic, and so she's Dad, we're there for like 17 hours, and I didn't eat anything, but Grammy got to eat some bread while we were there.
Yes,
So it was communion, and then
chameleon. Yep.
just laughing.
Like, I don't think
I'm
the
just
little
laughing.
cracker was
It's,
not
right.
nourishment.
Right. I said, "Oh," and I was like, "Okay, honey." And then I said, It's interesting you went to church, and I'm glad you went with Grammy." And she's like, "Well, I didn't really want to go, but the boys were being weird making breakfast, so I just wanted to leave and not be around the weird boys." And then so she asked me some questions, and I gave her like the answers of like what my mom believes and what like
Yeah.
other people believes, and why I like Christmas and the memories I have from Christmas. I mean, and my personal stance is it's a great reason to get together with family, and um, especially like in December when it's cold as
When
hell.
it's
And
called, yeah, man. Greg has that same kind of sentiment. He
there he
says
goes.
always goes to dads. We sponsor a family every year instead of exchanging gifts. We do 3 present piles, exchange under $5 gifts, usually gag type of stuff.
That's awesome.
My um actual family, not because extended, I mean Katie and them, but my family personally, we used to do that before everyone kind of moved away from different, to different states. One of our parent or one of my aunties would sponsor a whole family by giving them the family, either a donation or a pile of gifts as a collective from everyone else in the family hold. So I plan to get back to that because this past year or two I've been in that space and place where I've seen a lot of people that has lost a lot due to, whether it was the riots, due to um, COVID-19, all those type of things. And I think we're still in a place where we have that ability to give to someone that we should be able to do that for them. So that's my plan.
That's cool. That's a cool tradition, Greg. We used to, I have 5 siblings. And we used to do everybody got a gift for everybody. And then all
Holy
of a sudden,
buckets.
yeah, right. And then all of a sudden spouses started showing up.
So-
And then there was a kid, and then another kid, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, you know what? We're starting to open gifts on Christmas Day. We're not gonna end till Christmas Eve next year. So let's just let's just whoosh, whoosh.
no, yeah,
Let's
exactly.
it was
Hey,
it was awesome. Go ahead.
I do have a question though. Does your kids obviously know Santa? Do they know that you know Santa?
I kind of dip, dodge, and duck those
Ah,
ones. How about you? I mean, Jackie, she kind of plays that game, but I'm like, I I told the one lie. And
don't.
I'm gonna stick to that, and then I'll just kind of. But if you just go down the rabbit hole, you're gonna like be corrected by them because they remember like everything, and
Oh,
so I
buddy.
I kind of just like say things like when they say, "Oh, well, the one at the mall is like Santa's helpers." I'm like, "Yeah, probably," and I kind of just blow it off.
Yeah, exactly.
But how
I
about you?
am I am down the rabbit's hole. I made a left at the deer stand. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm over here with the bears, bro. I know Santa. I talk to Santa every other night. Him and I kick the bobos. We convert, like we chop it up is what I tell Hazel. Hazel, I'm like, we are homies.
I call
So
his ass
guess
Nick.
right.
I call
So go
I call
guess
him
what she
Nick.
go and do, right? I call him Nick, exactly.
Yeah.
Guess what she goes and does? She goes and writes a letter to Santa asking Santa, does he know me? And do we talk?
Mhm.
So my plan, somehow, some
Is
way, I'm gonna get a virtual or maybe even a letter. If I can find online Santa to like write a letter and then mail it in Santa handwriting, I'm going all the way in, bro.
I'm sure your instincts want to come back with 2 words, bitch, please. Like
I gotta prove nothing to you, dog. Yeah.
justify you.
Greg says,
Yes, and that. Oh, go ahead, Greg.
he goes, thanks. We call it Feel Good Christmas.
Christmas.
We fulfill their wish list and give grocery gift cards. That's awesome. That is
Good for
that
you,
is
man.
awesome.
Yep. Jay, to respond, I would like, yeah, I do know your dad, and we're in a fight right now, so you're not getting anything for Christmas. Damn it.
Yes. Ideals are welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys are hearing this before Christmas, ideals are welcome to extend my way. as far as in how I should respond to Hazel's request of "Do I know Santa" from Santa.
I saw the greatest meme the other day. It was, you ever see the movie Finding Neverland with Johnny Depp?
I have not. No.
It was, so he plays, God, I can't think of his name, but he plays the writer of Peter Pan, and it shows the story of him, how he comes up with the story, and then like at the end, he talks with the boy who he based Peter on, and kind of Peter's wise beyond his years and gets kind of knows what's it's kind of BS, or like, the fantasy world's kind of BS.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, the meme said that uh Jesus, sorry, space, but the meme said like the kid says to the adult, so like all the adults are in on the secret, and then he's like, yes, and that's the magic of it, and you're in on it too.
Hmm.
Like the kids that spoil it. Oh god,
Yeah.
there's a kid at the park a couple weeks ago. I took the kids there, and like they asked him if he had an elf, and he said, no, my elf only shows up one day before Christmas. I was like, oh, I know where this conversation's going. And then they were going like, what do you get from Santa, blah blah blah, and the kid said, Santa isn't real. And this kid's like first grade,
Hmm.
and the kids look at him like, Santa's real. And like on the way, and then like I was so happy because like, oh, how am I gonna field this one? And then we start to go. I'm playing football with Sawyer, and the kid wants to play too. So then he starts saying all these stories, and then I'm like, okay. And then they're playing one on one, and I'm throw the kid a ball, and then all of a sudden he can't catch the ball, and he can't do this, and he can't guard. Like he couldn't, whatever. But like which is totally fine. I'm not saying the
Yeah.
kid. I'm just saying like he was telling all these stories about
Show all.
how good he was at football.
Now
And
I got you. Okay.
and then I'm like, okay, and then he said, well, I can't catch it, I can only run, and like so he just kept making all. And I
That boy
mean,
lying. He lying his ass off.
right, and I mean he's a kid, he's
I
five,
get you.
six,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not, whatever. So then he goes over and he starts playing with Lily on the playground, and he does the same shit with her when they want to do obstacle courses and stuff like that. And all of a sudden we're walking home, and Sawyer's like, blah blah blah, just lies. Like he said this, he said that. I'm like, yeah, man, he kind of likes to tell stories, but that's okay. Like, I mean,
I
and
like the way you put that.
right, like I was like, oh, he kind of did it to himself. Like he kind of did my job for me. I didn't have to. And then they said something like, "Can you believe what he said about Santa?" I'm like, yeah,
Well, you hear what he does, but he said about everything else, right?
right. It's full of shit.
You hear about all the other stuff, right? Yeah. You don't believe the kid. No, don't
It's
believe what
it's
he say.
it's like Vince Vaughn's line in Dodgeball. Your parents still love you. You were adopted. So I mean, it's a
Hey,
joke
so I got a question, man. Holiday movies. What's our holiday movie rundown for Christmas?
for kids or in general. Ooh,
Yeah, for
wait.
both.
Oh, geez, we can do a whole show on this. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
That is the all-time question ever, isn't it? I
I
I
c-
think I think it is because it's one of those ones that you do watch around that time. How many other people are watching Die Hard on the regular? Like, I got an itch for Die Hard.
well,
Like you,
I'm waiting for the day where Jackie asks me, "Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?" I'm gonna say, "I don't know. Let's sit down and watch it together."
let's do that. No, the reason being because I do have a couple favorites, and they're all
Shoot,
basically all on Netflix. Have you seen the Christmas Chronicles with
no, I haven't gotten there yet. I
Oh
want
man,
to.
you
Kurt
gotta
Russell,
watch those.
Kurt
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 Russell.
Russell, right?
He
Yeah,
does a fantastic. There's a one and two.
we gotta. Yeah, I know. I've been meaning to. Lil was homesick last week. We were gonna watch one of them, and then one day we didn't because she wanted to watch Home Alone. We watched Home Alone instead, and then the other day we were gonna watch Christmas Chronicles, and then school got canceled early because of the weather, so to pick up Soy. Die Hard takes place. Sorry, Greg Duda says Die Hard takes place during Christmas, yet was released in February.
That part.
Oh man.
I think it's still a Christmas movie.
Yippee ki mother! I totally lost where I was going,
Oh
but
no, she was sick out of
oh,
school.
Christmas Chronicles. Christmas Chronicles. Yeah. So then our problem, and I've touched this before, is Sawyer doesn't like movies. We went to Ghostbusters 2 as a family this weekend, and Sawyer left the theater 4 times, making all I gotta go to the bathroom, all that crap. So like you can't. It's so hard to watch a movie with Sawyer, and Lily's
Right.
all about it. So we'll probably watch Christmas Chronicles. So your go tos are the Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2, and what
One
else?
and two. And then I have Jingle Jangle, which is a really good movie. It's almost like I can't think of another movie like it right now, but it's a black version of A Christmas Story. Like and it goes through saving Christmas through like bringing uh the magic back to the toy maker. So he's a black toy maker, and he lost his Christmas joy due to just growing up, and he lost the way he invented toys. So the way to get him is like his great, I think it's like his great granddaughter goes back in time or something of that nature, and kind of brings that magic back to him so he can get that creative thought to create toys again. It's a really dope movie.
I think Jackie watched that with Lil last year.
Gotcha.
Have you ever watched? This is going off subject of kids, but have you ever watched Scrooged with Bill Murray?
I think I've watched it a long time ago.
Yeah, that one's good. And our favorite one, I think Elf is probably our favorite one.
Yeah,
I like
one hundred
Elf.
percent. Elf is a good one.
And when they were younger, we used to do the Frosty and the Rudolph. But now that they can watch adult movies, I don't want to go back down there. Oh, the other one is Christmas Vacation.
All time favorite movie. I'm just waiting for maybe Quinn to get a little bit older. I plan
Ah,
to
she's
introduce
fine. She'll
that.
get it.
Right.
She'll get it.
I plan to introduce that one to Hazel here pretty soon.
Save the neck for me, Clark. I mean,
That Clark Griswold, and oh man, I love that movie
are
so
you
well.
are you playing like your kids get into like the Christmas music as well?
We haven't really started it yet. Mom has. I'm our household and myself. I'm big on smooth jazz type of music, so we've been playing, smooth jazz Christmas music. Kind of set a tone in the background. I feel it. I feel it winds down the household, and it doesn't bring too much chaos with the joys of Christmas songs. We let the girls do YouTube every now and again, and when they do YouTube, Hazel actually brings up Christmas songs. She was like, "This needs to play for 8 days, 32 hours, well, no, 8 days, something hours and 44 minutes, because that's how long." Like, I think it just went through all Christmas songs, all the Christmas songs that are out there.
Right.
So
I
yeah, I
I
mean, we're
love.
getting into it. I think we're winding down to a point where Christmas music will be played. We will not be playing any Mariah Carey, but we'll be
What?
playing it. Nah, man,
What?
me personally, I'll do Motown. So I'm running through all Christmas Motown. You feel me?
See, I'm all over the place with the Christmas music. I'm like Frank Sinatra's "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," NSYNC's "Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays." I'll do that one. I'll do geez, Nat King Cole is great. Dean Martin, I got like I said, it's imprinted in my Christmas is imprinted in my memory as a childhood growing up, being with family, and my grandma was a big fan of the Rat Pack, so that shit's on. And then I don't know why for some reason I love the NSYNC Christmas album, and then Mariah Carey's Christmas song, and so the kids are all
No.
in it. My favorite one, and I laugh at it every year because it's so damn ridiculous, is "Feed the World." It's the worst line in any song ever. And when they're feeling bad for the people in Africa, and then they say, "There won't be snow in Africa this Christmas." And I'm like,
There's
okay, one, no shit. And two, I would love to have no snow for Christmas. So kick that lyric out. I will donate to your cause. But that's sorry, I got a little grinchy there.
hey, that's okay. Jess in the building, man. Jess says, "What up, though?
Hey, how are
What
you?
up?" Greg Duder, he says, "Vacation rocks." I don't know Margot. Margot's my baby, man. She's the 2-year-old of my life.
Happy hey Margot, we had to edit
Yeah.
your screen. You're 1 to 2.
Now Margot is 2 years old. Her birthday was on Thanksgiving this year. and she's growing, man. She's really, really getting a mind of her own, personality of her own. Um, she's really mimicking her sisters in all ways, where she's taking over Quinn's attitude because she's like watching her the most because Quinn's very animated, right? Quinn, like we tell Quinn one thing, and Quinn will tell her mind. She was, no, I don't want to do it, or she's throwing a tantrum tantrum, and in the corner of my eye, I just see Margot looking at her like, oh, okay, so that's what we do. So I'm like, Margot, go do this. She'd be like, no, who you think you talking to in this house? Like, hold on, player. We can't be talking like that to me. I don't know if y'all gonna talk like that to your mama, and I still chop you down for talking to your mama like that. But y'all definitely ain't gonna be doing that to me. So it's beautiful to see her evolution, like her growth. But it's scary too because I'm like, man, this is another child. This is another attitude. This is another person telling me no and throwing food and not want, like there's all that toddler shit that is still there. You feel me?
Well, at least she's a lot like her mom, throwing food at you, telling you
That
no.
part. That part. You hear me?
Sorry,
Oh,
Katie.
no, right? Wink.
So how did I suppose she's a little young for Margot to be celebrating her birthday on a holiday? Because birthdays are about you, right? Especially when you're a little kid,
Sure.
they're about you, and then you're sharing it with a holiday. Is it how did she like? How'd you
She
sell it to her
didn't
this year? She's still a little young yet, I guess, but
exactly and had no clue. Like everybody's over, food's being made, and there was no real
Lions were losing.
Lions were losing. Like there was no real separation for her because she didn't know. Because then I mean, at the end of it, when everything started to die down, that's when we brought the cake out and then the presents open. But I think her next one, which will be in 7 years,
Oh,
she's gonna
geez.
be right. She's gonna be older. At this point, she'll be 9. You know what I mean? At that point, yeah, she would know the difference because I mean, either way, is either going to be 2 days, 3 days after her birthday, or 2 to 3 days before her birthday.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's always going to be some kind of celebration of it all as she gets older throughout time. Like there'll probably be one year where it is just specifically to her because it's so far away. But then another time, since it's so close, we might as well just bunch it all together. But at this current moment, yeah, she has no clue.
So you could tell you're stressing it, or Katie's
Oh
stressing it,
yeah,
because somebody did the math to
I,
realize that in
that's me right
7 years,
now. That
in
is that's
seven
me.
years, her
Jeez.
birthday's not all about her.
Right. I broke that down one day. I had to think about that, man. And I was just saying it because when she was born, it was a day before Thanksgiving. Well, 2 days or yeah, like a day or two before Thanksgiving. And then now, you know what I'm saying? This is her first Thanksgiving. So the next year, Thanksgiving's gonna fall on still Thursday, but the 25th is gonna be on a Wednesday, you
Okay.
know? Because
I
those
Go ahead.
dates move, but Thanksgiving don't move because it's always the third
Yeah.
Thursday.
It's normally it's the ninth Lions loss is
It's-
Thanksgiving.
yes,
I
it is. Yes, it
I
is.
I love Thanksgiving. It's my second favorite holiday. I actually have a funny Thanksgiving story for you. I thought about you. Um, so we were down in Florida and they had a little festival the week before Thanksgiving, which is why we flew down early. They had tents up and they're selling trinkets and custom made stuff. And just like a little fair, but it's on the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
And I bought something, it's off camera, but we go walking in and we told the kids each they could pick something out. We go walking in and we go to this one and they have all these college and pro um teams, like big plaques,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they're on the wall. And then Sawyer goes walking in and he's looking for a Vikings one. And the guy that works there walks up and goes, "Hey, what are you looking for?" He's like, "I'm looking for a Vikings one." And some guy comes over in a Packers shirt with a Packers hat on. And he looks at the two Packers. There's two Packers ones there. And he goes, "See, there's two Packers ones there. they don't have any Vikings. And Sawyer, he goes, they don't have any. He said, they don't have any Vikings because people don't like the Vikings, but you can get Packers ones if you want to be on the real team. And Sawyer, without missing the beat, looks at this guy and goes, they don't have any Vikings ones because people don't like the Packers, and the Vikings bought all of theirs. Vikings fans bought all of theirs and just
Oh,
walked away. Like, and
low.
I was like, boom.
I love it. He goes, because everyone likes the Vikings
Yeah, he's
and
like,
no one likes the Packers. That's
everyone likes the
why.
Packers, and they bought them out. Or everyone likes the Vikings, they bought them out, and the Packers are still there because no one likes. And the guy was like, "The fuck!" So, so I was like, "That's my boy. He might
that's my
like the wrong team, but oh,
that's my blue. That's my dog, blue. Right? Oh, Jess
dude,
said she missed us. By the way, we miss you too, man. We miss you as well.
yeah, it's been a while. Like, it's crazy.
I know.
Oh, you know what song my kids keep singing, Jay? It's like the most popular song. Day and night, they always keep singing. They come walking up. You know what song I'm talking about?
No.
It's great to be a Michigan
Oh
Wolverine. It's
my
great
gosh.
to be a Michigan Wolverine. I dude sat down there. He watched the entire Ohio State game and he saw the emotions of his dad because like we're not gonna win. We're not. And I was like, "Hoo, hoo." And now
Yeah.
he's playing. Now like I'm happy because now he's a fan and he's playing their pump song and the kids are like screaming it at dinner. I'm like, oh, that's loud, but it's also a
That
good
part. It's
song.
also amazing. Yeah.
So
And that's
sorry,
how they're brewed.
I'm done taking my shots at you.
No,
I
it's
kind of
okay. That's
I
how
lined
they're brewed.
it's not gonna happen again for 16 years. So,
It's gonna be another hiatus after this one. Y'all better
so
take it all the way to the chip, man.
I do have one question for you,
Yeah, yeah.
and we've kind of touched on this before, but mealtime for our kids, and the Jess and what was the other guy who was listening?
Greg.
Greg, if you guys are listening, chime in please too. Mealtime is, I grew up with what was served is what you eat, right?
Oh, you about to talk it. Go ahead.
Yeah, but also, and I've said this before, is what's on the table, you get full on what's on the table. Like there was no like you eat this, that, whatever's on the table, you eat. My mom did a good job of kind of dancing around what everybody likes. Um, Lily is she's a very healthy eater, but she's also picky about things.
Right? Yeah.
And so, when we do things like we had steak night last week, and other meals she doesn't like, I say, screw it. I'm not going to do the battle. She doesn't like it. I'm going to make her a chicken patty. You can have a chicken patty as an alternate. So now,
All right.
do you think that I don't want to say right or wrong, but do you do that in your house? Or like, if you're like, all right, I know this person doesn't like that. I'm not going to be like, tough shit, eat it. So I will provide you an alternate. Cause I know that's, that's a, it's, we're a different generation, right? Than
Sure.
the ones before us, and like even our parents, because our parents didn't have, hey, I'm hungry, Amazon Prime, Uber Eats. It was
Yeah,
like
exactly.
boom, and like we both, that was my Alexa, sorry. um um we've all said this conversation where you and I are, I don't want to say better off, but like financially, like meals, like when we were growing up, it was
Sure.
my parents had meal plan. This is what's for dinner Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, period. Boom. So, do you make alternate meals for someone who doesn't like a certain thing? I mean, it's a chicken patty. You throw it in the stove for 20 minutes.
Tough shit. Eat what's there. That's it. No
Okay.
options, or you don't eat. That's how I was raised. My mom made this one particular meal that I absolutely was like, hell no. She'd do pinto beans and cornbread. It's a good meal now that I'm an adult. But I'm not about to eat pinto beans and cornbread, dog. So she like, tough shit. This is what you get. This is it. So absolutely, we had it today, bro. I made a stir fry. Quinn's trying to tell me she don't like rice. I'm like, dog, stop it. You don't know that you don't like. You four. How you know you don't like rice, man? I go, how about this? Stop picking at the food. Put it all together because the stir fry is all together. You don't eat it. You don't eat it separately. but she's eating all the sausage out of it. Yeah, the sausage is good because it's semi-sweet and it's meat and whatever. But I mean, this stir fry had broccoli, carrots, onions, rice, sausage. Like this was a dope stir fry. Hazel's like, oh my God, it's just so good. Quinn's looking like, oh, I guess it is good. She's starting to eat two handfuls. It's good. Quinn is like, no, I don't like. I'm like, oh, hey, Quinn, how about
There's,
this? Just take one bite.
sorry, Jay. You said Hazel liked it, and then you said Quinn liked it. You said Quinn didn't like
I
it.
mean, I'm sorry, Margot liked it. Margot,
Okay, there you go.
Margot liked it, and she's taking it in by the handfuls. Then Quinn gets to it. I'm like, baby girl, do this for me. Before you say you don't like it, try it. Put everything on the fork. Stop eating it in singles. Put everything on the fork and then eat it. She did it and was like, oh, yeah, this is good. And then smashed the whole bowl. I go, you got to try the stuff, baby, before you say you don't like it. Jess said the same thing. Jess said, yes, what you get is what you get. If you don't want to eat with us, then it'll be in the fridge when you're ready to eat it. I feel if you give them options, that will make them picky.
But I guess so. It's I don't want to call her picky. There's things she just flat out doesn't like. Like she doesn't like it. Period. And
Sure.
I'm not worried about what it's. I want her to get protein, and like I
Yes,
get
sir.
there, and there my wife is there's certain things that she's not she doesn't like to eat, and then there's like two things I won't touch, period. Like I won't eat mushrooms. You put a mushroom in my mouth, I will throw up in your face. like I'm
Projectile, right?
there's two things that I remember. My earliest memories, I was like 4 years old. I had mushroom in a pizza. I may have had a stomach bug or something, but I ate the mushroom and I threw up mushrooms, and I had that correlated in my brain. I cannot eat a mushroom. I
Sure
eat a
enough.
mushroom,
Sure enough.
I will yak, right? The other one is devil eggs. I just go, oh. So yes, you eat what is served, and like when we go to someone else's house, we kind of look and see like, okay, I know she don't like this, she don't like that, or he doesn't like this, he don't like that. So I will cater to them on their plate, and then if we'll make it work and we're not disrespectful, but like I know we're the kid or we're the adults and they're the kids, but is there something you don't eat, Jason, that you wouldn't eat? That something
100%. I
was
green pea, like them little small green peas by
yeah.
themselves, that's a hell no.
So
Ham,
what
that's a
if so
hell no.
what if you don't like ham?
Nah, man. That shit is terrible.
Do you like Canadian bacon?
Nah, man. That's even worse, bro. But I mean, I
What?
eat bacon though. But ham is the texture, and I can't rock with ham itself, man. I can't.
Okay, so what would you do if like someone put ham and peas in your plate and
Oh, it's
said
a wrap. I'm good. I'm all right.
you're gonna eat it then?
No. I'm good. Like I will not. I'll find
No,
something
you
else
have
where
to.
I'm
No,
just not eating.
Jay, you have to.
No,
You have
that ain't.
to.
That's a wrap, bro.
No, you
We
have
we
to.
good.
You have to, Jay. You have to.
But I'm an adult.
No,
That's the
no.
thing. I'm an adult
See,
now.
so
I'm an adult now.
that's my struggle is tough shit. Eat what's served. But the same point is like I won't call the person out. I have a memory in my head where I was staying with a relative and they put something on the table, and I flat out said, "I'm so sorry. I do not like that. It can I will eat. I will get full and I won't ask for anything else. But that one specific ingredient I do not like. Well,
Sure.
you'll eat it." I was like, I like it's not like a matter of me like being, oh, it's not my favorite. It's a matter like it's gonna go in my belly and I'm gonna
That part.
so okay, so once you start giving options to Jess says once you start giving options to them, they feel like they can run with it. Well, that's yeah, but that's a different conversation.
Right. So
I know when my kids are it's a difference between tough shit eat it and if the Jazz said I used to go to the bathroom and spit shit out because I didn't like it, but I never got something else. I learned real quick to eat what I got.
So
Okay,
and
so my concern, sorry,
as no, go ahead, go
Jess,
ahead, go ahead.
my concern is my daughter is she is very she eats a lot of fruits, very good with her vegetables. She's petite, want to get protein in the girl, want to get protein in her. I don't um and I don't want to have force something. I she doesn't girl doesn't like red meat. Period. Like,
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah.
and so I can't. I mean, it, but I want to get protein in her. So it's like it's not it's not like I'm getting up. It's throwing the chicken patty in the stove for
Right.
20 minutes.
So one thing that I've come to the conclusion, and the doctors told us this as well, because we kind of worried about it early on, because at some point Quinn just didn't eat. She wasn't a very eating type of a person. So the doctor was like, as long as they're eating throughout the week, they're fine. If they're missing a meal here or they're not eating a lot then or they're like check the overall consumption
Right.
and they're fine. You know what I mean? They're gonna get all that they need. I tell my children how big their bellies are. It's as big as your fist. Things like that. So not like we're cautious of what we're eating, how much we're eating of that nature. But what I do, and Jess said it here, um, I make them try everything. You
Oh,
eat
absolutely.
everything, right? And you have the option, therefore, going, this isn't my favorite. Like I won't like Hazel be like, all right, I'll try it, even no matter how disgusting it is, what it looks like, however it is. And she could then go, that's not my favorite, and then we won't proceed from there. But what I always still do, even if they didn't like it once at one place, I have them try it
Right.
again somewhere else, like someone else's house or whatever the case may be.
You said the key phrase of "that's not my favorite," because
Yeah,
that's when um like Sawyer has that's his line is when he's in the mood. It's not my favorite. And I'll say, I don't care. Like, this is what's for dinner tonight. You're eating this. Like, you've
right.
liked it before. You're just tired or you're cranky or whatever. This is what you're eating. Like, to me, that's different. Like if you tried something several times, we've tried steak several different ways for Lil. The girl just doesn't like it. We've tried
Yep.
several different. She just doesn't like it. And so, um, sorry, Jet. What she's saying, I refuse to tell my kids what I don't like. Though they need to make that decision on their own.
There it is.
Yeah, but when my kids ask me things I don't like, or they ask,
Right.
but that also the other side of that is why don't you like it? Well, you know what? I've tried it a few times, or one like I said, mushrooms. I had mushrooms one time when I was a kid, and I got sick, and I've never gotten over it.
Yeah, you correlate. Yeah. It, and I don't think in the in turn you know what I'm saying, you're gonna create someone that's super picky with food. I think if you're as long as one is continuously having them try something different. So if you make a particular thing and they're like, I don't like it just because how it looks off the bat, then that's an issue. But they
Well,
like you have to try it at least.
So that's the thing with Lil is she will take a bite of anything.
There
Like
you
in
go.
in
Right.
Costco, she's damn. Where are the samples? Let's go.
Well,
Let's play. Like let's get more. No, I'm serious. Like you will put like I will. Hey Lil, I mean tofu. Lil, take a bite of this or what? She will take one bite and she'll tell you flat out, no, I don't like that, or
there you
I
go.
and it's and for her it's not a mood thing or a whatever. It's she doesn't like it. Sawyer plays the kid game of it's not my favorite or I don't want it, and I'm like, well, tough shit. This is what we eat. Like
Right.
I
I
I know what you don't like. And
I
what's
just
funny?
find if go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
Uh, I just find if I end up like if I introduce that option where she can get something different, it'll always be that option before she even tries it. So
Listen
that's why I
again.
don't introduce it. I'm like, that's it. This is all you get. We're not making anything else.
Well, I mean, but again, like she's tried burgers, she's tried steak. The
Yeah,
Jackie Sawyer and I love burgers. I like Sawyer and I love steak night. It's not Jackie's favorite, but she'll do steak
sure.
night. Lily's tried several times. She's tried ribeye, filet, New York strip. Like she, um, she's tried everything. She doesn't like it, and it's like,
Right.
well, we still want to have it, and so it's not a big deal if I just make 6 pieces of shrimp for her,
Not
right?
at all. Not at all. Not at all. For
Right,
things like that, yeah, not at all.
right.
Jess says, I say
Girl,
as long as she
that's
gets to meet somewhere else, not like
boom.
mac and cheese or something, who cares?
That
Girl
that
don't
was
like red meat. That's it.
that
Yeah,
was
go
that
straight
was
up,
my
straight up.
that was my thing. It was steak night. I'll give you a chicken patty. Screw it.
That's fine. Yeah, no, that alternatives
Boom.
to that, yeah, that's fine. I'm all about that 100%. Just then goes to say, then I would just trust her then.
Yep.
If you
That,
trust
which
her
is
opinion.
which is
That's it.
which is funny because it goes against it goes against right the you eat what's served type shit. It's like hold on,
Yeah.
and again I remember to the T. When I was in third grade and I sat down at this table and I said this like I'm not, it's not knocking your cooking. I can't eat that. So like I know I'm the parent and they're the child, but at the same point, if someone's telling you they don't like something,
Yeah, yeah.
so I know my
But then
kids.
there's
I
there's
know
not a lot of times I'm cooking something that they don't like either. You know what I mean? Like I'm just an
what
all-star dad. That's it.
I'm just
Sorry,
a better
sir.
better cook than you. Oh,
I
dude,
didn't, I didn't want to say it, brother.
well,
I
well,
didn't want to say
Sawyer's funny because you put Sawyer. He'll even tell me, "Yeah, Dad, I get my lunch. You know what I eat first?" I go, "What?" He goes, "I just shove the carrots in my mouth because I don't eat the carrots. Just get them out of the way." Boom. He does the same thing like at like dinner. He'll look at the vegetables and he gets like the shit out of the way, and then he just
right.
like enjoys the rest. But
Takes his
it's
time with the good stuff.
oh, I got him good yesterday. Jackie's parents are in town for a couple weeks for the holidays, and her mom's with us tonight. Her dad was with us last night too, but he took off to go hunting. So we had a dinner with her parents last night, and we ordered Chinese food. And our kids are, I don't
Oh
like
no.
Chinese food. Yeah, so I'm like, oh no. So I told Jackie, he's like, well, they don't like Chinese food. I was like, I got this. And I looked at Lil. I said, Lil, you trust Dad with your meal? She's like, yep. I said, all right, girl, you like noodles, right? She's like, I love noodles. I'm like, I'm gonna get you some lo mein. She said, what's that? I said, well, I just want you to try it. I said, that's what I said. I said, I want you to
Yep.
try it one time. And if you don't like it, then don't worry, I'll eat the leftovers. I want you to try it. We'll figure it out. And then so she got veggie lo mein. I gave her like 4 pieces of noodles. She's more, please, Daddy. And then so this is how I sold Sawyer on Chinese food because he's a crank about it. And he got in the car when I picked him from school. I said, Sawyer, I know what you're getting. He goes, "What? You getting like a steak or something?" I was like, "I got it better for you." He goes, "What?" I go, "You're getting the poo poo platter." he, go, he goes, "Gross, Dad." I go, "No, you're getting the poo poo platter."
That's exactly. Yep.
he goes, "Dad, I'm not eating that." I go, "It's called the poo poo platter, buddy. You're gonna get it."
But it's
He's like,
so
"No, it's
good.
not." So then I actually showed him the menu and it said poo poo platter, and he started laughing. He's like, "I want the poop. I want the poop." So,
Ah,
I
yes.
and so I said, "Here's the thing, buddy. This is what's on the menu." It was like is appetizers, like 8 different appetizers. Hey, just take I want you to take one bite of everything because they've tried it before in the past and he doesn't like it. So just take one bite of everything. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like.
Uh,
And we found 3 things he liked. So now we can eat Chinese food in peace in our house.
there you go. I love it, man. I love the fact that you just bought the whole menu for your children to try Chinese food.
Oh, Jay, it's win-win. They don't like it. I do. So,
That part, I love it. I love it. Hey, before we hop out of here, Jess said,
yeah,
"That's depressing. How can you not love red meat?" I know, right?
my my
Bewildering.
wife, my wife is not a big red meat fan either.
Right. Oh
Right.
man, that's
All right,
that's a loss.
Jess, while you're listening, what is something you don't like to eat? Please tell me that,
Uh,
and we can sidebar to anything else, Jay, if you got something before she chimes in.
no, man, just wrapping it up.
Yeah.
You can wait a second. No, we will be getting back to our consistency here. So we appreciate you guys sticking along. Another thing is, as football season is kind of coming to an end, so our time will be coming a little closer. It will be bumping up a little bit. It won't be so late. Going on from here. And she said seafood. I like
I
shrimp,
like.
but nothing else.
Oh,
Oh
we've
man, you missing out on all the sushi. I'm talking about. Oh, jeez.
mussels.
I
Sca-
don't do
mu-
muscles all too much.
I can tell.
Oh, oh, way to
Got
go.
him. You don't like mussels, huh? Do you like scallops?
I do like scallops. Scallops are good. Lobster, crab. Um,
So
what
if
are
so,
the other bottom feeders? Shrimp. So all the bottom feeders, I'm taking them. Let's go. You know,
oh,
bass,
catfish is a bottom
catfish. Yeah,
feeder.
look, catfish, amazing. Fried catfish, player. Tilapia. You know what I mean? Octopus. I even do that
I
squid, a little bit of squid.
I try not to cross the line with the fried catfish, but
Ah, hell no, man. You look, and some spaghetti. Let's go, bro. I'm down. You
you
know
know
what I
who
mean?
loves fried catfish is my dad. He loves fried catfish.
A side of bread just in case some bones ain't get out of there. Let's go. And hot sauce too. She goes, I know
uh,
Katie is big on sushi, but I've never tried. Makes me never. We can get you going right. Hazel, look, invite. I have Katie and Hazel invite you out on a sushi date. Those two right there, man. Hazel is all about the sushi.
so think
Margot, all about the sushi.
so number one fan for this show, Jess. So if
Huh?
someone puts these things you don't like, if someone puts this in front of your face, I know you're an adult, but if someone puts this in front of your face and says you need to eat this, period, like crappie is good. But if someone like just think of it, I think of it like this: like if someone puts it in front of your face and it queases you, right? You can't. I mean, I'm not talking about whiny kids or being like picky. If you flat out don't like something, like
Right.
Why shove it in somebody's face?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Now I know that our parents walked up hills both ways to school and they ate nothing and liked it and all that shit. But
All right.
all right,
She
Jay, I'm
said she
sorry.
said she'll try it, but not happily. Not happily though.
uh,
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Nonetheless, guys, we appreciate you guys stopping in with us. We are back. We have one more one or two. It depends on some people. I don't celebrate as a family New Year's like that. So I'm not gonna say two holidays, but Christmas for sure. We have one or two more holidays left, and then we're back to regular scheduled programming. Make sure you tap in with us. Follow us on all platforms. That's on Twitter at RBSAH D. And then you can follow us on here, Facebook, if you haven't. And then make sure you go and subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell notification so you know exactly when we're going live because you'll get a notification. You feel me? What up, though, Hillary Banks? I see you in the building. What up? What up? Jess, we love you too as well. Thank you for stopping in. Chris, you got anything before we get out of here?
I think I'm good, man. It was good to go back to where it's been a while, so it
It's
was
been a
fun.
minute. That hour went quick,
There's
quick.
too quick and too long at the same point. There's so much. There's
Yes,
been so
exactly.
much, and there's some serious things that we didn't get into because whatever. But it was good. I appreciate the people listening and chiming in, and thank you guys. It's fun.
Yep. We'll be back next Thursday for sure. Remember, be your absolute best because being empowered starts today. We live life, we love unconditionally, and we seek growth. When we do all three of those, you're in your alpha state. Stay primal and get after it. Remember, absolutely protect your peace and drink water. You guys have a good night.